Hello viewers, welcome to another Telephones in the Cabin video, which is the first Telephones in the Cabin video since the start of the new decade, which is 2020. Today is Monday, January 6th, 2020, and I will be letting you know that I'm going to look at the bookshelf items. First off, we're going to start off with the, of course, caller ID boxes, which are right over here. Anyway, the Bell Equipment Sony Core BE-99N, the Bell South CI61, the Bell South CI78V, the, whatever that one is called. Oh, that's right, the Lucid Technologies branded 425, the Radio Shack 250 caller ID system in the Radio Shack 433-903A, CID 3903A, which this is going to be a very unusual Telephones in the Cabin video. Anyways, let's go on to the corded trimline telephones, or the corded trimline phones, especially the ones with caller IDs. Here's some of them right up here. First off, we have the AT&T branded 210M, the AT&T 260 with caller ID, which I've, of course, you know, the Bell sorry, not the Bell Equipment Sony Core, the Bell Phone's favorite, the Bell South Products 439, Craig, the Connor phone SW204, well, SW205, actually, the Connor phone, Connor Corporation, CID 400, then the CID 402MS from Connor phone, then the Craig CT502, and then the Connor phone SW205 in transparent color, which you've seen around the edge, the Electro brand HAC 8032, then the Emerson EM2116 with caller ID, then the Emerson EM2131, of course, and focusing on the next bookshelf, we have the Emerson EM2516 with caller ID, as well as the Emerson EM2517 with caller ID. And then, of course, we have the next ones, which would be the next brand, which would be the General Electricity brand. Starting with the General Electricity 29253 GE1-B, then the General Electricity branded 29267 GE2 and GE3-B phones with caller IDs on them, which I did pick them both up in both black and silver. Then the next one we have is the General Electricity branded 29397 GE3-A, I believe. Well, I'll have to figure that one out. Okay, let me go check. Yes, it is. It's actually the 29297 GE3-A. And then the next one we have is the Lennox Sound branded PH543. Then the Motorola, well, with caller ID. Then the Motorola S2634A phone with scanner. I don't know how this thing works, Nick's World, but if you show me how it works, Nick's World, I'll let you know. The Vintage Sears 329-344-21550. Then the Sony IT-ID20 with caller ID, which I've gotten from the Goodwill, of all things. Then the AT&T branded 260 that you see up there on the first bookshelf. I actually got that one just recently from the eBay. Alright, now continuing onwards, we have the Southwestern Bell FM1000, which of course is a directional bell, like Jordan said. This is a directional bell telephone. Then we have the Uniden 1260BK with caller ID. And then we have the Unisonic 6750 Then we have the VTech CD1103 and VTech CD1113 with caller ID. And that is all the telephones that are corded trimline phones, especially the ones with caller IDs on them. Next we have this AT&T branded 906, which of course we're going to the corded speakerphones now. We have the AT&T 906, then we have the AT&T 983, which is down here of all things. Then we have the AT&T 993 with caller ID. Then we have the Durabrand PH3235. Then we have the Emerson EM2646 with caller ID. Then we have, of course, the two General Electricity branded telephones, which are speakerphones. The 29318GE1-A, I believe, and the 29393G1-A with caller ID. Then we have the G-Mark, the G-Mark Amplivoice 50 with caller ID. Then we have the Lennox Sound PH312, and then the PH319, which I did just reassemble earlier back in 2019. I need to try to figure out what the problem is with the Lennox Sound PH319 because it wouldn't work. Alright, now moving on to the next telephone. Going down here, we have the Panasonic KX TS322W, and then the Polycom SE-220, which they both have caller IDs. And then, of course, we have the corded telephones, or corded phones, in other words. We have the automatic electric rotary dial desk phone, and then we have that's the automatic electricity. And then we have the AT&T Lucid Technologies branded 135. And now for the cordless speakerphones, which are down here. We have the General Electricity accessory handset, which I don't know what it is. I'll have to find that out. It is the accessory handset to right here. It is the General Electricity 25832GE3-A accessory handset. And then we have the General Electricity, actually, yeah, and then we have the VTech CS6519-2, then we have the VTech CS6919 and the CS6919-16, which are both in the silver and the red colors. And then we have the yeah, the cordless speakerphones. That was the cordless speakerphones that you just heard of. Now we're going to the cordless telephones, or the cordless phones. First off, starting off with the Clarity C410, then we have the General Electricity 25839GE. Let me go and check. It is a General Electricity, yes, it is a 25839GE3-B.A. I almost forgot about that. Then we got the somehow acclaimed Uniden EXI4561. Oh yeah, and then these two speakerphones, which are the LCD touch panel speakerphones. They're both, yes. And then we have the next ones, which we have the Uniden DEC 1363, then the Uniden D1364BK, then we have the VTech IA5877's extra handset, and then the VTech CS6114, which I'm surprised. And now we have to start off with, of course, what we would like to call the AT&T branded corded speakerphone answering systems. First off, we have the 1831, which of course is a corded speakerphone answering system. The corded speakerphone answering system over there, as you can see here, is on this bookshelf, and it is the 1856. Then we have the Sinjay SB67118 base unit, and then we have the CL4939. Oh yeah, and the CL4940. And then we have the corded telephone answering system, which is the AT&T branded 1817. And now we're moving onwards to the first brand of cordless phones, which are AT&T branded. The first one is the AT&T branded 9357, which is a 900 megahertz cordless phone. Then we have the AT&T branded E5827, which I need to point over here. Okay, there we go. There's the E5827 over here. And then we have the EP5995. And then we have the E052303 handset unit. Then we have the CL82213, which Nick's World just got rid of, I believe. Then the CL82301, which I've just purchased recently. And of course, let's not forget the AT&T branded right over here, E1813B. And then now we got the AT&T branded right over here, TO92328. And now for the next one we have, which I am surprised to mention this to you earlier. This one is a Bell South MH9934BK. And then we have the General Electricity 26990GE1-D. And of course we have the General Electricity, which is up here, I believe, 25881EE3-A, I believe. And then this one right here is the same General Electricity branded phone. This one probably has the same female voice that you showed earlier, Jordan. You? This one is the 25951EE1-A, which has the same voice as the 2.4 gigahertz you have recently obtained. And then we have the 28031EE1-B from General Electricity. And then we have the General Electricity 30522 EE3-A. And then we have the next ones that we do have. We have Panasonic, which I'm surprised this one's even Panasonic wise. This is the first Panasonic phone right here. That is the Panasonic. Panasonic is what H calls it sometimes. This is the Panasonic KXTG5243. Then the main base unit and second handset, which I'll need the first handset soon, the Panasonic KXTG6321S with the extra KXTGA630S handset. And then we have the Panasonic KXTG7431B. Then we've got the Panasonic KX-TG6572R, which I'm surprised I even found this one at the Monroe, Louisiana Goodwill before it shut down, which is unfortunate. And the next thing that we need to focus on, everybody, is the Panasonic KX-TGD223N, which is behind the KX-TGD or KX-TG3760M, which Hunter used to have, and I believe he still does. But it's a really rare type of phone. Anyway, moving onwards, we have, of course, we have the Unidon branded telephones. That's right. First off, we have the EXA915, which is down here. Then the EXAI978i, which is down over here. Oh yeah, then we forgot to add the Motorola L705CM, which is right here. Then we have the Uniden Power Max right over here. This is the Uniden DCT648-3, which I just set them back to their original ringtones because Christmas and New Year's have already passed. So anyway, moving onwards, we have the Unidon CEZAI 5698 or CXAI 5698 base unit, followed by the EXAI 5680, which is DXAI 5680 as well, which is the DXAI 5688-2-3 or -3. And then we have the DXAI 8580-2, which is also made by Uniden America Corporation. This one was also made by Uniden America Corporation, and it is the CXAI 2998, CEZAI 2998 base unit. And then we have the D1780-5, which I need the D1580-2. And then we have the D3280-2, which all of these, the last three phones I've gotten, well, they're all DEC 6. And so that would conclude the Uniden phones as of now. And then now we're going to go to the VTech branded phones. First off, we have the VTech 2568. Then we have the VTech, which is way down under here, the IA5854. Then we have the CS5121. Then we have the VTech CS6124. Then we have the VTech CS6829. And then this one we have the DS6121. And yes, that's all the VTech branded phones. Now for the microcassette. Well, Digitan answering systems. That's what Jordan calls them by. The Digitan answering systems. First off, let's start up here. We have the Lucid Technologies branded 1715, followed by the AT&T 1717, followed by the 1718, followed by the 1719, followed by the 1722, followed by the 1725, which are all up there. And moving on to the next shelf, which is right down here, we have the 1738, the 1739, the 1740, the Bell Equipment Sony-Core JB-500. Then we have the Bell South 1195, then the Casio PhoneMates TA115 and TA120, as well as the Conair phones TAD 1212 WCSF and 1220 WCS, as well as the Conair phone Infinity XS2510. And then we have the Emerson EM1250. Then we have the General Electricity 29868. Then we have the General Electricity, which is down here, 29868 GE1-B. Then we have the General Electricity 29875 GE1-B, which I got a duplicate of that answering system, as well as the 29267 GE3-B. I'm not sure how that one's going to work, but I'll put it in the duplicates box, so that way you can see what happens. The next one we have is of course, 29888 GC1-A, which is another General Electricity answering system. And the Panasonic KXTG, or KXTM100B. And then we have the Radio Shack TAD704 with caller ID, which I'm surprised. And then we got the Radio Shack TAD3808 and the TAD3822, which was probably the last purchase I've made at the Monroe, Louisiana Goodwill before it closed down. And the Sharper Image V2000S1 answering system. Then the Sony TAM100. Then we got the Directional Bell Southwestern Bell, FA970S, and then the FA990, which they're both part of Directional Bells. And that was it for the Digitan answering systems. Now going onward to the microcassette remote analog answering system, which is up here. But it's hidden way deep in this bookshelf. I don't know how, but it is the Bell South 1129 microcassette remote analog answering system. And then we have just the recent PhoneMate 8250 dual microcassette remote analog answering system corded phone, which I just purchased on the eBay earlier. And anyway, this is the next to last item that I'll be showing today. And of course, this is the Radio Shack 43175 mechanical bell ringer, which I'm surprised I even put it on top of the refrigerator. And then we have the one that's currently working right now, the first of the two base stations. This is the Verizon Wireless Straight Talk Z723 EL base station, which I've gotten from the Walmart. And finally, this one I've gotten from a Deborah. And it is the Verizon Wireless F256VW base station. Well, I'm glad I actually wanted to show you the first telephones in the Canon video of the decade, which I'll be pushing some of my fans into here too, though, soon. Anyway, that was it for this video. May God bless every one of you.